Yeah, this is our
मीडिया उस तरफ
एक मिनट
आ जाए आइए ओ भाऊ यहाँ ना
एक मिनट पकड़ा था एक शॉट पकड़ा
I would request Gaurav to present her the new watch.
अरे पीछे आना तू। ये कौन है? इसका नाम क्या है? जीतू। ये जीतू। चंदू भाई, दू क्या?
May I request both of you to just pose with your watches? Great. Can I just request Radhika to say a few words?
Hi, good afternoon everybody. I'm very, very sorry for the delay for this event. First of all, I want to tell you that how cool it felt to pose with the watch for the media, for photographs. I think I've always been a very big fan of Swatch watches, and I cannot believe that I had the pleasure and the honor to come here and inaugurate their first corporate store. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I think, I don't know if you guys know, I mean I'm sure you know, but I just found out a few things about these watches, and can I share that with them? Yeah, it's a corporate store, and because it's a corporate store, it has this amazing grandeur to it. It's so big, it's spacious, and it has excellent variety of it. And they're basically famous for providing so much variety, so many provocative designs and creative designs. Now this basically Swatch, it started in '83, but the reason that they became so big was because they introduced plastic in their watches, and suddenly it became affordable for people to buy them. Now they are launching the System 51, which is automatic watches, and automatic watches are usually, they cost 50 to 60,000 rupees, but theirs starts from 12,500. So it's for everybody. So anybody can have an automatic watch. And they're also launching the fall and winter collection, which is seasonal. So
If the photographers have got their bit, can I just open the house for media Q&A? Okay, we have no questions. Great. So we can have the TV media. So great, you can start with your questions and we can have chances.
yes, please. Are there any questions for me?
Then we have no questions. Come up.
Hi.
जीतू पीछे आ रहे यार जीतू।
Oh, so cool, trust me. That's really cool. I mean, if you want to be the brand ambassador of a watch company, has to be Swatch. I mean, it can't get better than that. They're the father of watchmaking. Swiss. It's like Swiss is the father of watches, and the maker of this is called the father of watches in Switzerland, by the way, Nicholas Hayek.
Do you like have a collection of watches at your place, or is that a hobby collecting watches?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a huge collection, but when it started in the childhood, you know, my collection was my father's watches. So my father used to get a lot of watches because he's a doctor and people used to present him, like gift him, and he never wore watches. So all his watches I used to wear. And so I have a very old collection of his watches. And if you honestly see, my wrist is very small. I have an extraordinarily small wrist. So he was just telling me that these watches are perfect for my wrist. So yeah.
You know, normally we see women being wooed with diamonds. Is watch the new replacement for diamonds?
Man, I never wear diamonds. And if you've noticed, I am more of a...
Watch person.
Yeah, I mean, I'd any day wear a watch rather than a bangle. Like, if you're talking about hand accessory. And I look at it as an accessory.
But you don't like jewelry?
I like very subtle jewelry. It has to be some statement. Either it has to be really delicate and it should merge into what you're wearing, or it has to be really subtle or like statementy, like this is a statement. This is a proper statement. I don't have to like anything. I can just wear this. Because I think for me, watch is a statement. You have in today's age when you have a phone, this is for a statement. This is accessory. This is style. So which is why I think what they're launching here is so cool. And the advantage of this store is we will get the products at the same time that it launches everywhere else because it's a corporate store.
You know, a lot of support came in for Tanishka after that episode of Comedy Nights Bachao.
From watch we went to comedy night.
Yeah, that's concerning you also. You were there.
No, totally. I understand. I'm just.
No, what?
I just love your.
You didn't hear my question. My question is, you know, Abhishek said that you didn't respond, you didn't react the way Tanishka did. So you were kind of okay with the jokes that were passed on her. What is your take on the same?
Okay. Are we okay to talk about stuff that they love to talk about? So, yeah. So basically, see, I believe in a lot of different things. If you're talking about color, I'm completely against cracking jokes about color. They did not crack jokes about my color. What they called me a lizard or something, which I thought was quite funny. I'm not a big fan of racist jokes. These jokes, these shows, and racist definitely not. So I completely 2000% support Tanishka. But I'll tell you very honestly, I knew about the show. And when my producer told me that we have to go there because we need to promote the film, I knew about the show. I went there knowing what I was going there for. If I had felt completely humiliated, I would have stood up and said that, excuse me, but this is not, if they had body shamed me or something like that, I would have stood up and said that I can't do this. They didn't do that to me. And I went there knowing what it was. And I had actually spoken to them backstage. So I knew what they were going to say to me. Because Sumit and this other girl, they were cracking jokes on me. So I had met them and I had asked them what they were going to talk about. And I think Tanishka was not aware of what the show was about, but about the statement that Tanishka has made, 2000% in support. Yeah?
Okay, we just got to know not the brand ambassador, but a brand here. So, would you like to clarify that?
I'm a brand friend, to be honest, not a brand ambassador. Sorry, I got carried away. I'm a brand friend. It's my wishful thinking. I hope they hear it too. Anything else?
Radhika, Prabhat from ANI. Radhika, you have been quite successful in your career, but you know, a kind of controversy being created before release of the film or the kind of bold role you accept. Is it necessary to become controversial or being bold for becoming successful?
My friend, you're sorry, but your question is very ridiculous. Controversies are made by people like you. You saw the clip, you shared it with other people. You are the person that controversies are made out of. I'm an artist. If I'm required to do a certain job, I will do it. If you get out of your cocoon and look at the world cinema and look at what people are doing abroad and what people are successfully doing and are not ashamed of their own bodies, you will probably not ask me this question. people who are ashamed of their own bodies have curiosities about other bodies. So if you want to see naked body tomorrow, look at yourself in the mirror or yourself rather than my clip. And then we can talk about this. Is that clear? Anything else? Man, every controversial question. Yeah, we have to talk about watches. I think if a Swiss watch can come to the country and have their first corporate store, I think a Pakistani actor should come here and do a film here in India. That's my statement. It has to be about watches.
Radhika.
As I told you, my first memory with watches was my dad's big watches. I didn't even know the names at that time. I was that small, but I used to wear his watches at flaunt.
Radhika.
Yeah. Yes.
Watch is more seen as a man accessory, you know.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't think watches as a gift for a woman.
Right.
So what do you think, like how the whole trend is changing, you know, like how it's all evolving now, that, you know, there are so many watches available in different styles, and now that this one is coming up with an automatic style.
Yeah.
So like, do you think you will love a watch, you know, instead of something else as a gift?
I any day prefer a watch to some jewelry, and you know I think watches have yeah, you're right. I mean, men get watches, but also couples get watches. You have this woman and a man watch, but what is really cool about this is very androgynous, and I think that's really the in thing right now. There is no, you don't decipher between, oh, this is a man's trouser or a woman's trouser. It's actually really cool to be androgynous, and I'm sure they have watches for men and watches for women, but the kind of designs they have made, you can actually just put it together and create a really cool look. And the best thing is you can create a look based on the watch, not on the dress or not on something else, but the watch can be the highlight and go like, okay, I want to wear this watch today, so what do I wear accordingly?
Can I have the TV medias up, please? Richa?
महेश महेश
ये भी
दे दीजिए ना हाथ में दे दीजिए अरे मैडम वो नहीं पकड़ पाएंगे देखो इतना नीचे पकड़ा आवाज आएगा क्या राधिका सबसे पहले तो आपके दादा आप लोग ना स्वॉच के साथ किस तरह का एसोसिएशन है और आज के इवेंट के बारे में
I'm the brand friend, and this is my first association with any watch company. And I am so honored that I got so lucky to be associated with Swatch, because they are one of the biggest, finest and best companies across the world, and they are called the Babs of watchmakers. So I am so honored, and yeah, I mean, I'm launching the fall-winter collection and the System 51 collection. The fall-winter collection is seasonal. It has very fabric-based designs, and the System 51 collection is basically plastic. It has an element of plastic also and metal, and it's automatic watches. But automatic watches made available to everyone to purchase and everyone to use, because otherwise they cost 50-60 grand. I'm not going to buy it, definitely, because you lose it, you know, something happens, you fall down, I don't know. I'm very careful about these things. But these watches just start from 12,500, which is very, very affordable, and the fall winter collection is actually even starts from 2,600, so it's perfect.
How much you are fond of watches and
I'm more of a person with watches. When it comes to watches, that I like them to be gifted to me, so this suits me perfectly.
are you brand conscious?
I am brand conscious. Yeah, that's, you know, I am brand conscious when it comes to certain things. So, yeah.
Anything related to your watches? Just to mention that.
Yeah, as I mentioned you, I was very fond of men's watches all the time, and big dials. So I remember my first watch was a watch that was gifted to my father. It was a big dial, a big black dial, and a silver golden woven design, like a very typical, very classic watch. And so that is my first memory, and this is my latest and most colorful memory.
Radhika, I apologize from my side if you feel hurted. I mean,
I feel hurt.
sweetheart, you need to get over yourself. You'll get over it.
No, the thing is, I want to ask.
Radhika, what is happening in the professional front? Any upcoming project you want to share with us?
Actually, I just finished shooting for 2 feature films. One is called Ghoul, which is a film by Phantom, made by Phantom, Ivanhoe and Blumhouse. It's a Hollywood and Phantom collaboration, so I play the female protagonist. And another film called Ashram, which is a Hollywood film. And I've also finished a film called Bombairia, which will release this year. I have just finished the release of Patch, and it's my first break after 3 years, and I totally deserve it.
राधिका, इसके अलावा मैं इससे थोड़ा अलग सवाल पूछना चाहूँगा. अभी जो सिचुएशन चल रही है इंडिया की और पाकिस्तान के बीच में, जो बारामूला में अभी रिसेंटली हुआ, तो उसके ऊपर आपका क्या व्यू है और क्या पाकिस्तानी एक्टर्स को बैन करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए? As your view.
See, I'm not going to indulge on this question and talk about my view here, but all I feel is that what is happening is absolutely disastrous and extremely sad. There is nobody who is going to deny that, and it's beyond my comprehension because you're not there. You can sympathize and talk about it, but people who are there are. I don't have words for that. But I don't think we should ban Pakistani actors, and I'm going to end it at that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys,
Hi.
how do you feel to be associated? Now this is like us yet again.
I know, but I feel very cool because I think watches are a very statement, like it's a big statement, I think, wearing a watch and wearing a cool watch, that too. And if I have to, like, I wanted to be associated with a brand, I think there is no better brand to be associated than Swatch.
You just said that you like gifts, like you
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
watches as gifts. But then you might have some personal choice that you want to watch like this, like that. What if you don't get such kind of gift?
I think people who usually gift me are people who know me. So they sort of know. You know, they know that if you give me a very delicate watch, I probably wouldn't wear it.
About the choices of movies that you do, like Caste, Phobia, or other movies. So there have been a very different class of movies. Like they are not like commercially acclaimed, or they don't are not like that. So what do you like to say that you are not awkward, or you
I
don't want to
don't.
do
No,
it?
I don't agree with you because there are some films which have done really well commercially, like Badlapur or Hunter or Ahalya actually did quite well. The thing is, I don't distinguish between commercial and art. I do what I like. Commercial is basically when you start selling tickets, it becomes commercial. So it really has a thin line between that. If you're talking about films that are masala, whether I'll do them or not, I'll definitely do them. Let's see as and when they come.
You recently just said that you have denied sex comedies which were offered to you, and that also fall under kind of commercial line. So
They're different. Commercial and sex comedy are different. Sex comedy is a genre.
yeah.
And I don't think the sex comedies that are made in our country are something that is my cup of tea.
Okay. And we have not seen you like quite in a time in a family kind of movies, which are not yet again not fall under commercial or art, but family movies which children would go. What is your take about it?
I don't know, yeah. If I had children, I would send them to watch my films. What do I say?
And about the thing that people are supporting such stance that are happening right now in our country and are getting really they are getting support or criticism for what comments they are making. What would you like to say about it? Like Salman Khan recently got.
I think people shouldn't be banned from working in India. Let's stick to that and let's finish it at that.
Is there a question in Swatch you would like to ask?
I know, seriously.